What time is it?
Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.
Man, this is Styles, and I'm here with Big Brother Jake, and we've got the legendary DJ Battlecat in the house. Oh. Battlecat, man, how are you, brother? How you been?
Oh man, I'm good, man.
Great.
Living life.
It's been a long time, man. I remember back in 2004, I visited you in the studio in Glendale, the studio that everybody said was haunted, and we did that exclusive with West Coast Riders back in the day. We had you on video, and man, that was just a tremendous time. And then I was with you and your brother Mike Stroh at his place in Baldwin Hills, and we did that brother to brother interview, and that was a wonderful time, man. And great memories from the West Coast Riders days, man. And it's glad having you back here. Now we're on WestCoastStyles.com. It's the new revolution that we're doing for the West Coast. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into this interview. We know about your history, Uncle Jam's Army, the K-Day Mixmasters. But there is one thing I did want to ask you about from your past. We're just going to touch on a little bit, but the California Cat Crew is one of the crews that a lot of people don't talk about. You don't really hear about them. You hear about Uncle Jam's Army. You hear about the K-Day Mixmasters, but never the California Cat Crew. Could you tell us about that crew, please?
Yes, it consists about 5 members: Kit Kat, Wildcat, Scratch Cat, Bob himself, the CEO and leader of the crew, founder of the crew, and myself. Definitely was a up and coming group that was on the rise, but Uncle Jam Army itself didn't continue because of the different things in people's lifestyles, and so everyone separated and ended up really becoming great in their own right as producers and DJs, concert DJs for others as well, So, but myself, I excelled the most out of the crew, along with Bobcat, because of our relationships and communication. And passion for producing on another level. We want to take it to another level, and so you know how that is. We still are family. Everyone is alive. All the members are still alive, but we just had a broader calling in our lives, more than the other members. So we kind of grew out of keeping the legacy of the crew together, but we still family personally.
I love how from the past, how you, Bobcat, and DJ Pooh all came together under Dr. Dre, to do the pharmacy. And I was like, when that happened, my mind was just blown, because it's just like a full circle in some sense for a lot of you guys,
Yeah, I definitely owe that to Exhibit and Dre. It was a time that Dre wanted to take his energy and the creativity of the show to another level, and so I stepped in, and he asked me if things was to get real thick and tough with the labor and the creativity, who else would I recommend? So at the time, I grabbed the legendary Bobcat and grabbed him, and he was with us for about almost a year. And then we got one of the legendary beat junkies, which is DJ J Rock. And we excelled for about maybe 6 years in doing so, but Dre kind of grew the opportunity and had other things on his agenda, and we respected that. But and the whole time that we was there, it was another level to extend great music, great artists, interviews, a different point of view from how we feel about music, and how to create a different type of presentation to entertainment. So it was a dope ride while we could. Dre might come back to it, ain't no telling, but for the most, it was a beautiful thing to collaborate with such creative people like YN, and the other family members as well. Um, um, there's so many to name, but it was a beautiful family to create with Dre, because Dre was in radio with Greg Mack maybe only for a week. You know, he's the original KD Mixmaster DJ. He's
Yeah.
the first one, him and Tony Gonzalez. But Dre had to spearhead the NWA movement, so it was good to see him get back into it and being in the studio with him and him watching me create his show before his eyes. So he got a chance to see me more than he ever had, you know. And we was like almost damn near 24/7 around the clock creating the
Wow.
show. And it was cool, man, because it got a chance for me to get educated in broadcasting, hosting, uh, creating the show, and so it was cool. I appreciate the whole Aftermath staff. Yeah, Eddie Francis was the other member who was with us on the show. So his energy was infectious. He's a Seattle native, but he's lived here in California. But all the parties exhibit, everybody made it go, you know, and it was an incredible experience. And the shows are still available on Apple Music. You can still go and look at all the episodes and listen to them to the day. So they did keep that relationship with Dr. Dre.
You know what I really loved about that show is that you guys gave opportunities and chances to new artists. You guys had artists come on there and freestyle, you know, young up and comers, you know, young talent and all that. And so that was like a really wonderful, you know, thing that you guys did, and you know, not just sticking to, you know, established artists, but giving new names a chance.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Dre was definitely always about integrating the new talent, and he would leave it up to us to, at our discretion, to bring even some artists that wasn't super great, but their energy and their youth and their um, just their whole audience and community. We didn't want to alienate no one. We didn't want to feel like we was the guys that was the gatekeepers in a sense of only something that got to go this way. But even though we are into bars, we definitely into content. But it was a lot of the other artists that, where if they didn't meet that criteria to the capacity, we still didn't alienate them, and that was a good thing for Dre, because it's Dre's name at the end, at the beginning and the end of the day, along with Apple Music. So it was a cool experience to do that.
So, DJ Battlecat, it's a pleasure to talk to you, man. Big fan. I ain't gonna lie, kind of fanboying out right now. So, but you brought up.
Hey, listen, it's all good. I'm a fan of Battlecat too, believe it or not. I mean, because it's a real person behind it. I'm just the face of the brand. So, you know, I sometimes I can be starstruck or excited or excited about who he is too. Sometimes he get on my nerve, you know. But other than that, that's just a figure of speech. But yeah, man, I feel you, man. Thank you, brother.
And I appreciate you though. But you were talking about up and coming artists that used to come on the show. Who do you think can carry the torch right now out here in the West Coast? Who are some of the artists that you're following? Who are some of the artists you think could be the next big thing out here?
You know what's so crazy about that is that I've been having a feeling about quite a few people who could potentially be there, but it's the thing of having the machine behind them.
Right.
And that's one thing about what's been happening with me. I've been creating the machine and developing the unique relationships from investors and sponsorships and people who are really interested in my vision and my relationship and my history. So those are big shoes to fill. I know right now who is that guy. It would be Inglewood, Sir, and as well as his brother, D Smoke out of Inglewood.
We just got off we just did a video interview.
I heard you guys was with him early, and that's the one that I've been looking at for a long time, as well as my own flesh and blood. My brother definitely could have that opportunity as well. Maestro, you know, it's just we're just creating some bigger legs of the business side, so we can give him the platform that he could really be heard and seen on. And But right now, the person that really understands the culture of California and the history, and really, I think they can make sense with content that give people insight of hope.
Mhm.
Ultimately, now it would be D Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And whoever
Wow.
else is in the makings that I'm working with, I'm pretty sure that they're on the same block of potentially being there. Like I'm working with this guy that's on one of my singles named 211
Okay.
out of
Mhm.
Inglewood, California, and he's fine tuning himself, and he's got a unique relationship with some of the great producers like Lorenz Dobson from 1500 to Nothing. So he's in the right circle of the right people where all these opportunities can happen. So in the mix of it, I'm just creating new talent that's from the ages of 10 all the way up to maybe 22, as well as myself. You know, I'm an artist now. I really been an artist behind closed doors. I just didn't want to step out prematurely without all the right components and things in place. But my peers, my legends, the G's, the here and the new generation, they very much still rock with me.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing to have both generations and the third generation that could possibly be a part of Battlecat's legacy.
Mhm. Well, that's incredible because we're going to get into your new project, but you mentioned you being an artist. You're stepping out on the mic, and we've never heard you on the mic before. So this is going to be like really like cool because
Yeah.
wow, Battlecat's going to be on the mic, and you're going to step into the realm that DJ Quick and Dr. Dre and other producers have stepped into, and so this is going to be pretty new for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm not scared to step out because I had the experience of being behind them, giving them a sense of direction and guidance for so long that I understand my lane and my purpose, and being a voice and here to fill a void for our generation as well as the generation to come. So I integrated the both, and my family always said that, look, if you really want it, we got you. And so
Hmm.
I got Snoopy. I let Snoopy hear some things. I let Dre hear some things. I let Exhibit hear some things. D Smoke hear some things, and they there for me. They really there for
Okay.
me. So, but the rest is like, I didn't really want to get into dropping names, but
Right.
this first album that I'm putting together is it's a self reflection because of everything that has been taking place within the end of 2019 into where we are right now. There's been a lot of things that hasn't been the same since COVID-19 and losing a lot of people
Yeah.
uh, personally or indirect or behind COVID-19 or just in general within their own health. And
Mhm.
so what I wanted to do too is just be a voice and a voice for what's going on, because no one really had the opportunity to hear me tell my story about who I am, what I want to do, and what I feel that's important in life, personally and professionally. And so I got one documentary in the can. I'm gonna end up doing 3 more episodes to go with it. So it'll be 4 episodes of it because there's so much history and
Mhm.
layers of my life and legacy that it's not over with. That's why I wouldn't do an unsung, because I'm not really finished.
Yeah.
And I'm just really trying to take the inspiration that Quincy Jones did at 51, or when he made records like Back on the Block, where he went and got behind the rap generation and supported them like never before. So I'm here to be that strong backbone for the youth, the new youth. So I am bringing in new talent along with me when I debut my album. But it's going to be
Mhm.
maybe like 2 singles of me by myself, so
Mhm.
people can really see that I stand on my own 10 toes. And I got a unique writer named Hot Box, out of Los Angeles, California. Yeah, and he's like my DOC
Ah.
to the pen to what it was to Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay. I was going to
he
ask you about that, but you just answered
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so I definitely did my homework in making sure that I had someone who really knew me and know the history of California and some history about the world. I'm just saying, this everything. I just didn't want to be in one lane. You know, the music is gonna be diverse. It's gonna be funky because people want to hear that from me. But the album is called Self Reflection, and I just had to take another look and just say, hey, bro, Cat, you gotta speak your mind, bro. You gotta tell people what it is. So no one's gonna be able to tell my story better than I am. So I'm enthused to do this album, and I got 2 albums in the can just about done, and 1 instrumental album done with one of my producer partners out of Arizona named Amplify. He's been
Okay,
very
I remember
instrumental.
that.
He's been very instrumental with pushing me and making sure that procrastination is a no in the legacy of Battlecat. You know what I'm saying? Stand out here and really finish what you started. And so that's what it is right now.
All right.
That's
So
amazing because you know what happened. We're getting a Battlecat album where you're being an artist and you have features, and now we're getting an instrumental album as well. Man, why has it taken us so long for us to get something like this from you? I mean, it's been, you've produced for everybody else, but man, I'm surprised this didn't happen sooner.
Well, not to make a long not to make a long story about it. See, people got to realize as a human being, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and
Yeah,
those things has been important and taking care of my health. If you
yes,
notice, 6 years ago, almost 7, I had a scare. You know, I had a heart attack, and I wanted to really get back to the basics of just living and really prioritizing my life and make sure that I understand what my purpose is, health wise, mentally, physically, spiritually, all that and above, and retooling myself because the
yes,
industry changed though too. If you notice, so I'm like now, like right now, this is my chitlin circuit. You know, I could have done this then, but all of the real strong-minded people personally I really needed in my life, and so my wife is definitely one of those source resources, and Lisa from Pulsar Entertainment. And
yes.
I have had some unique people in my life at one phase of my life, but then I really wanted to let someone personally who really know me to groom me and have a different perspective and bring some women in my life to be instrumental versus having males in my life. So I got a little bit of both, but this time it feels good to have some real uh, uh, diverse people in my life that really understands business and can really educate me on a whole nother level, so I won't be complacent or I won't make the mistakes that I made in the past about the business. You know what I'm saying? So that was important. So I've been retooling myself. Uh, if you notice, I've been really hustling and doing a lot of things on this social media with the verses with Snoopy and making
Yeah.
records that really matter with him, and just really tapping into a lot of things that I got going on. So I got a podcast that's in the mix, understanding how that works,
Wow.
marketing, branding, the whole 9 yards, the whole digital platform of how things work on distribution, streaming, all that take time, and I want to see how it worked for others before I resurface back in this game. But if you notice, it's not 1 year to go by I'm not doing something. I'm always doing something,
Oh, sure, sure.
and
Did I lose you?
yeah, I just got a phone call.
Oh,
I'm back. Are you guys?
okay.
You
yeah,
here?
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, we're here.
Got you.
Okay. What about the visual? Can you see me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
here.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can
One
hear
two
you.
1 2 1 2. Can you see me?
I can hear you, brother.
Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
1 2 1 2. Can y'all see me?
Can't see you.
No
Can you
visual,
hear
but
us? Can you hear us?
1 2 1 2.
You'll have to exit and re-exit.
Okay, so we're gonna just play this video while we get back. Cat coming back.
Touch on the new album and whatnot, and his new single coming out, and get his viewpoints as well.
All right, he's back.
All right.
He's no video, I think, though. Give me a second.
Y'all can see me. Y'all can hear me.
We can hear you, brother.
But can you see me though?
No,
not right now.
Can't see you yet.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, we can continue with the voice.
So, Battlecat, I want to ask you a question about the new single coming out, Can't Tame Us. You were able to get artists from all sides, all neighborhoods together on this. How were you able to make that happen?
That was a unique opportunity. What I did was I had a conversation with Glasses Malone and Lisa, and they said, "You know what, Cat? You are being already all West Coast DJ Khaled, and the difference with you is that you have had a little longevity, and you are still a unique DJ, and you have an incredible rapport with your community, with the Crips and Bloods and all that. So what I wanted to do was really bring the black, the brown, the red, and the blue together, because my music has always been a reflection of that. From Cali's Active, Banging on Wax, you know, all the different conference we did with Snoop Dogg, just all the different artists I done worked with, Game, Short Chop, you know, Mac 10, you know, all the artists that are Bloods, Quick, you know, and all the artists that, you know, come from the Crip culture or that lifestyle. I have had an incredible run and rapport with the community of Los Angeles, and I don't have no red flags and no felonies with them from the streets to the corporation. So they was like, you know what, when you need to continue what you started, and what you think about pushing the One Love movement. And I was like, yeah, because I already did a One Blood, One Cuz, put them all together. Right. We got One Love. That was a powerful song that we wanted to empower the community with, to encourage everyone that the Crips and Bloods are really like our heroes. They're more like the Black Panthers. I just want to help change their narrative and encourage them to unite and come together and bring on our resources, because that's the only way we're going to win economically, independently, right. The whole 9 yards, you know, and everything that we do in this thing called life, and grooming the culture. So we had the opportunity to meet 211 and Rucci, and it was a beautiful situation to see them guys, meet them guys, because they actually are the younger guys. They're in their 20s, and they got a unique following, and their credibility from the streets is incredible. So I said, okay, well, let me reach into my family that's been here, and I grabbed Glasses and Snoop Dogg and another gentleman who did the hook. His name was Vidal Sebastian, which is Lisa from Pulsar Entertainment, one of her artists. And there was a unique way to integrate them all and let them know that, you know, I feel like they can't tame us if we can just all get understanding to share with the world that we got family from both sides. Can we do a song that really reflect the relationship that we have? And it's really there. Love what 211 is doing, and Rucci, and they not just anti-Crip, you know what I'm saying? They really got family. Like G Perico is family with Rucci. A lot of people don't know that. Or 211 got family from Hoover and different other Crip neighbors.
Seems like we lost Battlecat. Trying to get it back up.
Hey man, I can't talk. I'm having an interview right now. I'm gonna hit you right back.
A busy man, y'all. You see that?
Yeah, man, my phone is ringing. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Jesus Christ. So in putting the record together, I was able to really get them encouraged to believe in the movement. And so it's not a one-off. And I'm glad we did the video. And Snoopy was definitely with the movement because he know that I've been about that since day one.
Right.
Yeah.
He remember when I did Banging on Wax, he was actually working on the deep cover at the same time when I was doing Banging on Wax. So he already know what this really is. And then when we got brothers like Brother Cam, who was part of the first peace treaty that we had in LA from Watts to South Central, it was a beautiful movement. And so I just want to be the extended voice and big brother, if not uncle, to that movement. It's very much needed. We still having those scenarios where the black and brown are not in harmony like they should be, but for the ones who are, they really want to be behind me and reciprocate what I'm talking about. So I've been working with artists like Invincible, I think Criminal, there's so many people I have worked with, that are Hispanics or Mexicans or whatnot. Beautiful people. Shells Up Entertainment with Crook Felon. I got some dope with him called They Ain't Used to It.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad that I know who I am, and this is where I belong in bringing us all together in this gumbo pot, and giving them a taste of something that's not gonna go away. I'm gonna hold on to this forever. And just even working with you guys and talking to you guys, being Hispanics, coming from the neighborhoods you come from, and being fans of my work, I appreciate you guys being part of my legacy as well, because that's what the people need to see worldwide and even in our own backyard. That it's no Hollywood, it's no fake love, it's no uh, you know, thing where we using each other and just to get on top. This is something that has been brewing for a long time. Even being KD Mix Masters, Tony Gonzalez, Ralph M, Julio G, just to name a few that I so love. So it's just a beautiful thing to integrate the culture and let them know that, hey, they can't tame it. So this video and song reflects that to the fullest. And like I said, I can't wait to continue and finish what I started. So it's a dope record. I want all the DJs to go get it. I want all the people who are fans of Battlecat to support it, because it's a reflection of you and your growth and what you love about California and West Coast culture. And whether if you come from this or come from that, I mean, it's a fly record.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great, man. So when does the new album come out?
Definitely this, probably the end of this year, if I'm not wrong. And if not, it'll be definitely on the top, because I'm dropping at least two singles before the album, and you're gonna love those records. One is called "Where I'm From Round the Way," featuring Ben Franklin, and man, I just can't wait for you guys to hear me spit and say what I need to say, man. I'm not playing with it though. The cadence is there, the voice is there. I'm not gonna let you down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come no less than my peers. Dre and Quick ain't no punks on that mic. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's not that I'm trying to be an MC. I just understand already, because I'm a musician and I understand how to articulate and express myself. Like I said, I've been ghost writing and assisting some of the greats in the game, and now it's just time for me to step out and be another great voice to fill the void of what they've been missing from California.
That's great, man. I really can't wait for it. Before we end, I just want to ask you a question. I'm personally, my favorite beat from you is Dollars, Dank, and Drink. Jake, what's your favorite Battlecat beat?
Oh man, We Can Freak It. Man, every time that song comes on, like, man, goosebumps.
Battlecat, what's the favorite beat? What's your favorite track that you've ever made?
Well, you know what? It's all of it for me, because all of it I was part of and creative. But I don't really like to have no favor more than the other. I mean, it's even records that I did independently, even with groups like Vontel and Buki out of Arizona. So I got so many records that I've done with others that they all amount to one big great hit to me or favorite thing to me, but we know what that is. That's why I can't wait for you guys to hear the new records that I'm putting together, because they're gonna be a reflection of that. I'm still gonna have that slap. Don't get it twisted. But see, but me being older, you know, I'm a diverse producer and the musician. Me being the age that I am,
Right.
I must showcase and show people all the other genres of music that I like. And believe me, they're gonna be hard as well. So, but I know how this thing goes when you putting out an album. People are looking for that slap, so don't trip. But I do want to show that. I do want to show them the art of me putting out a song. Can he really do a song?
Yeah.
Can he really hold a melody or encourage the fans to sing along to a Battlecat record, hook wise, and being amazed on how I'm performing on top of a record. They got to see that. They gotta see that.
Wow. Well, man, I look forward to it all. And, you know, we're going to be, you know, we have our eyes and ears ready, you know, to hear it and to support it and get behind it. And, man, I'm excited, you know. Jake, is there anything that you had that you want to finish off with?
Yeah, just to close it out. I know I saw on your Instagram that you were touched by the passing of Ronald Bell, one of the greatest musicians of our time. Along with him, who are some other musicians that inspired you to be who you are?
Bernie Rowell and Junie. Junie is the original member of Ohio Players who did Funky Worm. He produced it, he sung it, and he did the grandma voice. He's an incredible musician because he played on one of my favorite records like Knee Deep.
Yeah.
He played Fender Rose and Mini Moog. He really produced 70% of the records. So it would be Junie Morrison of the Ohio Players and extended family of Parliament, as well as Barney Rowell. As far as drummer wise, it would be Buddy Miles, who was the first black rock and roll member of Jimi Hendrix in the band of Gypsies. I've been following him all my life because I can sing a little bit and play, you know. So
we need to hear that, man.
You know, Anderson .Paak has been Phil Collins,
yes,
and the hip hop of us. I never thought I would finally see that, but I'm so glad that he set the pace in the platform to showcase that. So to have someone who can rap and sing and play drums at the same time, that's really my thing. But I'm not going to showcase that just right away, just yet. Right now, just me stepping up to the mic is a beautiful thing. And you got, who else do I like as far as bass? Lewis Johnson from the Brothers Johnson, rest in peace. Bootsy Collins.
Yeah.
I like Ronnie Laws, incredible musician, flute player, alto sax, tenor, saxophonist or whatnot. Benjamin Wright, you know, that's one of my favorite string composers for Michael Jackson and whoever else you can think of, and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm just naming all the different artists, that are musicians because they reflect me to the fullest. Even Roger Troutman, because everybody know I love the talk box. And and another thing for me is that I do sing maybe a good 30 to 40% good by myself, but I'm 110% when it comes to that talk box, because what Roger did for me was encourage me and gave me a voice beyond my imagination in being a studio or on the block vocalist, you know what I'm saying, standing over a trash can fireplace. but I'm just glad that I was inspired by all these different musicians, because I not only followed them because of their craft, I followed them because of what they did in their community. And that's what encouraged me even that much more. I was privy to see how they was able to give back to their community, educational wise, financially, even music opportunities as well. And that's one thing about me being a chameleon and resilient through these trying times of living in Los Angeles, California. You know, I can't stop. My legacy is still going, and you know, to see our uncles, our forefathers, our ancestors of music leave and die, and we still here. You know, we got something we gotta finish, and we got to get behind the young youth, and that's what Battlecat is about. It's a young cat battling for the future of the next generation. So that's what it is.
Great, man. The Cat, thank you once again, for joining us. Man, I appreciate it. You're a legend in this game, and just man, this has been an honor, and so thank you very much for your time. And man, we're gonna be behind your music and everything else you got going on. So thank you once
Man,
again.
man, black and brown love forever, man, and I appreciate y'all, man. Come on, man, big brother, Jake, man, and man, Sanchez, I appreciate you, Big Tim, man. You guys are beautiful people, solid 100. You know, for those who think you not, you are. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys being behind my career and watching me grow and reinvent myself. And I'm glad to have you guys a part of the Battlecat experience.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
One love.
What time is it? Okay, we have some fabulous live music later on, but right now, here's the kind I prefer.